Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to host this fireside chat today, along with my dear friend, Vikram. The topic for today is rooted in tradition, ready for tomorrow. Chandan Retail's journey from legacy to modern retail too. Most of you know Vikram, most of you know Chandan Retail, but today we are going to talk about, in the next 15 minutes, that story that has made, Chandan Retail one of the market leaders in Northeast and specifically in Assam. And also the leadership of Vikram and how he has transformed Chandan Retail from where it was to what it is today as a market leader. Welcome to Northeast Retail Summit, Vikram.
Thank you, Hitesh. Hitesh has been a dear friend, and I have known Hitesh for, I guess, 10 years now. And thank you, RAI, for having me, talk about the journey that we have shared with such a beautiful market and region that we have seen grown with ourselves. Now, to most of us, most of you would not know me for the fact that I come from a very tiny, small town of Assam, which is like 136 kilometers from here, which is by the name Dekyajuli. So our journey started from there. I mean, our company is around 220 years old. I'm the sixth generation of my family, into fashion and lifestyle, retailing and wholesaling. So our journey started with wholesaling of textiles, and that time, it was not ready-made garments, it was all fabrics and textiles and stuff like that. So my forefathers migrated from Rajasthan, and we started the business in Assam in 1880s, and in that part of Assam. I mean, since then, we have been with the people of Assam, with the market of Assam. We have seen how Assam has grown, the Northeast has grown. And, the real sense of satisfaction which comes to my mind when I see that being the sixth generation of the family, serving to the same people, same land, same community, and getting so much from the society, it's very heartening to see that, people, we have seen in the previous presentations that, people in Northeast are very emotionally bounded and very connected. And we have experienced this, firsthand with the journey that we have kind of done.
Fantastic, 200 years legacy, and you mentioned about the wholesale business. When did you transform from wholesale to retail? And if in a nutshell you can, tell us about your current retail operations.
So the retail operation started in 1965. We started with a typical Assam-type, traditional shop. Back then, it used to be the store format, the ATH, Assam-type, format kind of thing. So it was run by my father and my grandfather and all. When I joined my business in 2013, fall of 2013 so I did my MBA in Bombay, and then, I used to work with real estate consultancy in Bombay and London. When I came back in business, that's when I really felt, the retail was going under a transformation in Assam. Modern retail was opening up, a lot of new brands were coming in, a lot of new formats were coming in. And that's when we decided as a family, that this is the best time to get into modern retail format. So in 2013, we started this construction of a 50,000 square feet standalone retail store in the heart of Dekyajuli, where the population still stands at 35,000. And that was a bold move. That was a very, strategic and bold move. We started with, categories of products which, people of that area didn't kind of experience. So we started with jewelry, cosmetics, and home appliances, kitchen appliances, footwear, under one big shop. So this was a real welcoming by the people of that part of Assam, and people started to, come to us and tell us that thank you for bringing such categories. We used to go to Tejpur, Guwahati, and whatnot places. So it was really, welcoming to see that.
So this is what a fantastic business insight comes. A 50,000 square feet store in a 35,000 population market. But that's where the bold move is. And I think more than bold, it was a visionary move. And the second point that Vikram got was the extended categories. That made a one-stop shop for Chandan Retail in Dekyajuli. Right. Now, coming to the impact that you have created, and what is that turning point that has made Chandan Retail what it is today? You told about the square feet, you told about the categories, but what was it that was the turning point in your or Chandan Retail's journey?
I think, post-COVID, one thing that we really learned was that technology, investment in technology. We are highly tech-driven company, and post-COVID, the whole focus of our team was how to adopt the latest state-of-the-art technology in our company. So we started to understand that how consumers are changing and what consumers want from us, and how can we connect those wants of consumers from the service to the consumer from our side. And technology kind of held us. So just to give you a small example, we partnered with a tech company from Israel and Singapore, and we did a project with a company based off Ahmedabad to get us the AI-driven complete ERP solution. So we are one of the companies in fashion retail space where the complete ERP is, it runs on AI. So we know the consumer journey, what to service him, what are the product categories that he buys, what is the ticket size that he buys, which is the section of customers which buys during festivals and which doesn't buy during festivals, which buys more during end of season sales and which doesn't buy more during end of season sales. So all this technology analytics, gave us an understanding how to, optimally manage the inventory. So, the whole cycle started running for us. And now we are trying to get into the next level of the technology in the way that how we can, exemplify the customer journey and experience with us, how we can make him, know about Askaran Vinjraj, Chandan Retail more often than ever. So this is what, we are trying to do. Secondly, we started to invest in HR, employment. We have tied up with prominent colleges of Assam. So yesterday only, the DC of our district, there's a very there was a big job mela which was going on, and yesterday only we recruited 60 interns from colleges in Sonitpur. So we are tied up with 3 colleges in Sonitpur. We are tied up with Guwahati University again. So a lot of community tie-ups and educational institution tie-ups. And just 6 months back, we started with an internal training academy in our own company where, we have got fantastic HR managers and training managers who have been recruited and who have been given the responsibility to train the interns and the newbies which come into our company. So be it the sales executive, be it the customer service executive, be it the inventory executive, be it, the flow manager, or be it the team leaders. So we formulated the hierarchy, we formulated the processes, systems, invested in technology, invested in employment training, and that's how we started to understand that, understanding the customer side is necessary, but that's the half part of the game. The second part of the game is that you need to make your team able to, consume and digest that and run it.
How is currently?
So currently we're employing 250 employees in one single store of ours, and we are now trying to cater to different communities and ethnics of the society. Yeah.
Oh, so again, a classic example from an HR. It's a HR case study. Inclusive growth is what I would like to say in and around the area of operations that you are working. Next question, which comes to my mind, is the way you have explained how technology and HR policies have helped you grow. Growth is where it is. What is your vision, now, and where do you see growth for Chandan Retail in the next 5 years?
So we are expanding our business. We are expanding our formats. We have just launched 3, private labels of ours. We are also trying to get into EBO business. So the current family store format, we are trying to expand into 5 different locations of Assam. As we speak, the second location of ours, the second store of ours is getting constructed. And we are also getting into the e-com, the online space, where we want to create something different in terms of the whole fashion shopping experience for the people of Assam. So I think, there's a lot of there in store for us. We are learning every day from consumers, from the market, and we are trying to implement with the help of technology that, how we can cater to the market that we enter. What is the pros and cons of the market? What are the gaps in the market where we need to come in and fill it? And how the consumers in that particular city or town behave in terms of shopping. So, we are having our fair share of, knowledge and Reiki kind of thing, and we are trying to get into, so by 2032, we kind of aim to open up 5 more stores in Assam of 50,000 square feet, same. So this is how we are trying to kind of, service to the people.
And that means close to 1,200 odd employees.
Yeah,
to manage the whole operations, including
Yes.
the back end and this. Tell me something about your supply chain challenge and how have you, overcome, because such a huge store, how do you, overcome in a nutshell, if you can, give some idea about it, Vikram.
So last year, what we did was that, again, we invested in procurement technology. We started with an AI-driven procurement app. Now, in fashion industry, we have to procure from different parts of the country. There are brands that we need to procure. There are non-brands that we need to procure, and from different parts of country. So procuring, and Assam being geographically, being very distant from the sourcing parts of the country, that was a challenge for us. The lead time was very high. The inventory turnover time was very high. So in that way, what we did was that we developed an app, and each purchasing manager was given an app where he could see his average lead time, the basic, the minimum BOQ of the category was shown to him. The throughput ratio was shown to him. So all the KPIs which kind of run into the business, it was shown to him, and he was given a training, and he was given an ownership that you need to drive the department, the category, and you need to ensure that there is no stock out and there is no overstocking. So all these 2 KPIs was given to him, and now with this technology and this app coming in, we have seen that we are now turning inventory 3.5 times in a year. And the ROI has gone up. The dead stock percentage is lesser than 2% in my company. So yeah, I mean, all these exercises have really borne fruit for us.
No, these are fantastic matrices. 3.5 times inventory turnover is fantastic for a store like this. Jeene bhi nahi dunga, marne bhi nahi dunga. Stock should not be, and you should not be out of stock also. So that's the beauty of adopting technology, and the way Vikram has done it is a classic example where all of us, if we start adopting these kind of technologies, then inventory management softwares and apps, the way he has done it, I think it's going to change our business dramatically. Within the same inventory or the same capacity with these softwares and technology, I think you can increase your turnovers and increase your margins in a very big way.
One quick thing,
yeah.
I will add, Hitesh. 2017, we used to have the very conventional barcodes, the bars that we see in each and every, in any store that we go. So we replaced that with a QR code. Now, this was a very smart move, wherein, customers, they used to come and they used to, have mobiles, and they used to kind of wanted to know about the product. The thing was that with the QR code, it was very easy for our customers and for our teams to understand about the product, description of the product really on the mobile. So now customers, they walk into our store, they scan the QR code, and they can understand about the product right there. They can understand which is the manufacturer, which is the brand, the manufacturing date and everything. Beside on the products where all these things are not mentioned. So this is one smart thing that we started to do, and customers started to really love it.
With the vision, last question, and that is, what would be your success mantra that you would like to share with our audience here today?
I think, the thing that I would really like to tell my fellow retailers from my experience is that you really invest in technology. You have the legacy in your hand. You know the market. You know the customers. Customers know you. You know the customers. It's only technology where you can really, scale up very fast, optimize yourself, and it can also show you where you are going wrong. The data, they mean a lot. Try and harness them in terms of what they mean for you, what are the goods that you're trying to do, what are the bads that you're trying to do. Take great use of technology, and this is the future. And retail, modern retail, 2.0, 3.0, whatever zero that we want to tell, technology would be the key going ahead, and that's for sure.
So that was one word by Vikram Bothra. 2013, this gentleman joined the business with a 50,000 square feet store. He has taken it completely to the next level. In the next 8 years, he's going to come up with 5 more, up to 5 50,000 square feet stores. Excellent HR policy, very clear vision, excellent tech implementation, right tech implementation, plus recruitment, plus product merchandise. He spoke about his buying and throughout the country, and that's the core for any retailer, using tech as a background. And I think the vision is the key to this. And being ready, you have to adopt and adapt. If you are able to do both, and in this case, this is a classic example of adoption of technology, which is the core of Chandan Retail's success. We wish you all the very best in your journey, and thank you for sharing your insight with us here today.